Hey viewers, thanks for watching News OK's Party Extra, brought to you by Party Galaxy. We are here with Victoria Woods, who is the Go Red for Women Luncheon Chairman, Carol Hefner, she's the auction chairman, and Shelley Pruitt, Executive Leadership Team. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you so much.
We're so glad you're here to
you
tell
for
us about Go Red. We really need to take care of our hearts, you all. So, Victoria, tell us a little bit about the health risks facing women.
Well, the thing is, Helen, that for women in particular, that there are different symptoms than there are for men. So women need to know their risks, and the way that they can find out about their risks is we have a website that you can go to. It's free, you can go online, but you want to check your numbers. And the numbers are about your cholesterol, really your blood pressure. And we really encourage you to discuss these things with your doctor.
So you don't have just a big pain in your chest like men do?
No, and that's typical of the men. And women think most of the time that, oh, this is an old man's disease, you know, for a gentleman that's older and he just all of a sudden has a heart attack because he's raised the family, he's had pressures under the job and all. Well, as we women, we also have, you know, we run businesses and we have families and we do all those things too, on top of everything else of running a company. So it's really a different type of symptom, and it can vary. Something else that came up this year in some new research is that even just thinking you have the flu, you know, having nausea, that is a symptom.
Well, who knew?
Nobody knew. That's why it's so important to go online and look at Better For You and go to the heart.org, and you can look at the different tools and resources we have for women.
So you all are really into public awareness about the
Absolutely.
heart for women.
You know, advocacy is so important, but education, awareness, it's really a movement to help women understand that it's the #1 killer of women. And people, of course, unfortunately, we've done studies and surveys show that women don't realize that, Helen.
Well, so this Go Red Luncheon, is it Go for Women? What's it called?
It's
Tell us
actually
about
called
it, Shelley.
Go Red for Women.
Go Red for Women.
It's the luncheon. And we're very excited. It is on Friday, on May 13th. Very excited. We expect about 500 women. And hopefully they will all be decked out in their lovely red. And
is that what they wear? Everybody
Yes,
wears red?
Everybody wears red.
Well, we'd prefer that everybody wear their red dress, but
Yes.
red will do.
Anything red.
Anybody
We care.
wear
That's
red
right.
will
Anything red.
work. And we have a wonderful luncheon that will be prepared by Chef Dion, a heart healthy lunch. Everything will be representative of being heart healthy. And
still delicious, by the way.
And still delicious, yes. If you can think spinach and ravioli.
It's not going to be chicken.
And yes, no chicken. So we're very excited about the food and also about the other things that will take place. You can register at 9:30 and begin looking to see what items you want to auction on. 9:30 the registration begins, and we will finish at 1:30. So plan for the whole event. We have wonderful educational outbreaks that people can go and do. I think we have 2 sessions for
And this is at the Cox Center, too?
Yes, at the Cox Center.
Then you have speakers. You have speakers at this luncheon? Well, tell us about that.
We do. We have speakers. Victoria will be speaking, but introducing her will be Governor Mary Fallon. So the First Lady will be there.
are thrilled.
We're very excited about having her. She is very passionate for Go Red, and so we're very excited about
So
it.
do you have a personal vested interest in the heart? Any of you all?
I think all of us do
we
to
all have a
some
story.
degree. There will be 3 other speakers, myself included, who will be giving our personal stories, our personal testimonies. And just to kind of let you know what that involved, for me personally, in 1993, we had a child that was born with heart disease and heart difficulties, a syndrome, as a matter of fact. And she lost her fight for life at the age of nearly 8 months. And it really started my husband Robert and I on a walk to understanding more about health, understanding the things that are precursors to disease. And we started the Aaliyah Foundation down at the OU Health Sciences Center. It's a visiting fellowship. And then piggybacking on that, we found out that in my family, the women going way, way back, we all suffer from some form of heart disease.
And you have some personal interests?
Yes, and I mentioned to you earlier, Helen, that when I came back from a family event, and it was my niece Stacy, on a beautiful Sunday afternoon, visiting with her neighbors and friends, watching her children play in her front yard, she just suddenly collapsed and never came home again. And you know, when I learned that, I mean, there was no history, family history. There was no there was nothing. It was just that quick. That got me interested in learning about, because when you say, oh, there's no history in my family, well, it doesn't have to be. And she left, and she was a great mother. It's so overwhelmingly devastating to a family, because you have so many questions and you don't know what caused it. But your whole family then gets involved and starts learning about, which is great, learning about heart disease. And you want to give your money where you know that an organization like American Heart, for every dollar that I call it invest, everybody else calls it donates, but I call it invest. For every dollar we invest, we actually get back, like $1.50 here in Oklahoma. So if we raise $1.5 million, we're getting $3 million back, and we have $3 million of research, because our research is so good and so vital here.
How about you?
My father has heart disease, and he had his first heart attack. He was 45, so he was my age that I am now. And we discovered he was so healthy, and no one could understand, oh my goodness, how could he have a heart attack? As he lay there in ICU, he had muscles, and we just didn't understand that. But the doctor then came to us and explained to us that he did have heart disease, and that it would be something that he would have to fight with, and that we were all at risk because it was in our family. And so we have the entire family, we've tried to stay educated about it and live happier, healthier lives.
Thanks you all for bringing all this to our attention.
Thank you for allowing us to share.
This is an important party, since it raises money for the women's research and also educates women and friends and family about heart disease. Thank you all.
Thank you.
May 13th.
We'll see you May 13th.
Great.